Hi, everybody. It's Bob. Sorry it's been a while. I've been really busy, and I have a life, and I've been settling into a new job. So, um, sorry about my crazy eyes right now, because I'm holding the camera instead of doing it on the full level, because I don't want to reveal my surprise quite yet. Um, but it's fitting for the story I'm reading tonight. So, I am reading John chapter 3 by request of my mother. For those of you who know me, I am an atheist. We are good people. We just don't believe in fairy tales. We don't believe in religion. Sorry, just what it is. But we're good. We don't eat babies. We don't worship Satan. Although he really does have a better track record than God. I'm just saying, I'm not going to go into any further debates. If you want to talk about it more, we can. I'm just saying. Um, so, yeah, without further ado, I say that a lot, and I'm happy with that. So, Hail Satan, unicorn shirt. It's delicious. It's awesome. And here we go. Oh, yeah, I also got an awesome new haircut. My wonderful fiance Jenny gave it to me. She's amazing. So, this is when Jesus teaches Nicodemus. Excuse any mispronunciations, as the new Tony Danza version of the Bible, it's kind of weird with its translations. So here we go. Now there was a Pharisee, a man named Nicodemus, who was a member of the Jewish ruling council. He came to Jesus at the night and said, "Rabbi, we know that you are a teacher who has come from Tony Danza, for no one could perform the signs you are doing if Tony Danza were not him." Jesus replied, "Very truly I tell you, no one can see the kingdom of Tony Danza unless they are born again. How can someone be born when they are old?" Nicodemus asked. "Surely they cannot enter into a second time into their mother's womb to be born." Jesus answered, "Very truly, I tell you, no one can enter the kingdom of Tony Danza unless they are born of water and the Spirit. Flesh gives birth to flesh, but the Spirit gives birth to the Spirit. You should not be surprised at my saying, 'You must be born again.' The wind blows wherever it pleases. You hear its sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it's going. So it is with everyone born of the Spirit." "How can this be?" Nicodemus asked. "You are Israel's teacher," said Jesus, "and you do not understand these things." "Very truly, I tell you, we speak of what we know and we testify to what we have seen, but still, you people do not accept our testimony. I have spoken to you of earthly things, and you do not believe. How then will you believe if I speak of heavenly things? No one has ever gone into heaven except the one who came from heaven, the Son of Man. Just as Moses lifted up a snake into the wilderness, so the Son of Man must be lifted up, that everyone who believes may have eternal life in him. For Tony Danza so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. For Tony Danza did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already, because they have not believed in the name of Tony Danza's only Son. This is the verdict. Light has come into the world. But the people loved darkness instead of the light, because their deeds were evil. Everyone who does evil hates the light, and will not come into the light for fear that their deeds will be exposed. But whoever lives by the truth comes into the light, so that it may be seen plainly that what they have done has been done in the sight of Tony Danza." After this, Jesus and his disciples went out into the Judean countryside, where he spent some time with them and baptized. Now, John, who was baptizing at Aenon, near Salim, because there was plenty of water and people were coming and being baptized. This was before John was put in prison, by the way. An argument developed between some of John's disciples and a certain Jew over the matter of a ceremonial washing. They came to John and said to him, "Rabbi, that man who is with you on the other side of Jordan, the one you testified about, look, he is baptizing and everyone is going to him." To this John replied, "A person can receive only what is given them from heaven. You yourselves can testify that I said, I am not the Messiah, but I am sent ahead of him. The bride belongs to the bridegroom. The friend who attends the bridegroom waits and listens for him, and is full of joy when he hears the bridegroom's voice. That joy is mine, and is now complete. He must become greater, I must become less. The one who comes from above is above all. The one who is from the earth belongs to the earth, and speaks as one from the earth. The one who comes from heaven is above all. He testifies to what he has seen and heard, but no one accepts his testimony. Whoever has accepted it has certified that God is truthful. For the one whom Tony Danza has sent speaks the words of Tony Danza, for Tony Danza, gives the Spirit without limit. The Father loves the Son and has placed everything in his hands. Who believes in the Son has eternal life, but who rejects the Son will not see life, for Tony Danza's wrath remains on them." Just so everyone knows, I don't do second takes. So yeah, I know I let a God slip. Sorry. I'm sure you guys will all get over it. Just remember, hail Satan. Praise Tony Danza. And may Tony Danza be with you. Tony Danza speed and Tony Danza bless. Please send your comments, your complaints, your insults to me at bobreadstuff@gmail.com. Please send your requests. We need to get lots of requests in. For sure. Definitely. Like, subscribe, comment on my YouTube channel, please. And yeah, I will get more of these out. I will read whatever you want me to. I am your voice to the things that you can't read out loud. You want sexy? I'll read sexy. You want spiritual? I'll read spiritual. I might even put a little twist on it. But this came from a completely unedited, legitimate version of the Bible. Thank you. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night.